I mean, Ken said that very early on, that it was, you know, fathers and sons was what this was about. And I think, you know, whether you're playing a god or you know, a human or whatever, you make it real and relatable. And that was the smart thing about this story. It wasn't, you know, I mean, the backdrop was a film about gods, but it was about, you know, human beings at the core of it, and then the relationships, fathers and sons, you know. So at the beginning of the film, Thor comes in as a brash, cocky young guy with a ton of power at his fingertips, and is about to, you know, basically become the ruler of the kingdom and, you know, that realm. And I think Odin sees a lot of things in Thor that you know, that he was full of, you know, when he was younger, and not so good things, you know, the sort of act before he thinks about it kind of deal, you know, and so he's sort of questioning Thor if he's ready to be, you know, to become the next king, and so it's all about sort of him learning some humility, you know, and it comes to the point when Thor goes against his father's word and the way things are done, and sort of takes off on his own and creates chaos, and then is punished for it by being sent to Earth as a mortal to learn the lesson, you know. That was what was so interesting about Ken doing a movie like this, you know. His background is his character in Shakespeare, and, you know, to come and do a huge blockbuster type film like this, I think was genius on their behalf, you know, just because you have the two worlds, you know, meld beautifully. You know, why can't you have the blockbuster without, you know, really strong characters and, you know, and subtext, and with someone like Ken? It's a beautiful blend of sort of science fiction and then the Viking era. It was the first time, I think, you know, acting that I had put on a costume and really felt like the character, you know. I mean, it sold the picture, you know. And I think the film is constantly contrasting. It has a beautiful element about it, from, you know, Asgard to Earth, and then from, you know, gods in these costumes to Earth people, you know, and human beings, and with the fight sequences, you know, you have big dramatic flying and you know, stunts and magic and all sorts of things, and then hand-to-hand combat, you know, with a bunch of guys, you know, beating the hell out of each other. The Thor and Jane stuff was you know, it was fantastic. You know, it was great. Natalie is, you know, beautiful and talented, and, you know, all of the above. You know, so working with her was just was a dream.